Being an ecological product, Onduvilla contains no asbestos, does not become mouldy, is resistant to UV rays, and is not affected by airborne chemical and biological substances. Having a very flexible structure, Onduvilla is corrosion-free and requires no maintenance. Each tile is 40 by 106 centimeters wide and has 6 corrugations. It weighs only 4 kilograms per square meter. Having a variety of different colors, Onduvilla can be applied on different structures such as wood, concrete or steel. In the case where heat insulation is required, Onduvilla can be applied over high-density EPS or XPS foam boards as well as glass and rock wool materials. Now let's watch the proper way of easily installing Onduvilla roofing tiles. Before starting work with the tiles, it's necessary to check certain aspects of the roof. The pitch must be at least 30% and the distance between the battens must be exactly 32 centimeters. Certain areas of the roof, such as the valley, chimney area and the gable ends, must be reinforced with wood, as these areas will be subject to more fixings. If a gutter is required, it should be installed prior to the application of the tiles. The valley must be properly waterproofed. It can be covered with custom-made materials as well as Onduline Group products such as Bituline Torch-On mineral membranes or self-adhesive Reparo aluminium finished waterproofing felts. Once the valley is completed, we can start affixing the Onduvilla tiles. To ensure a proper alignment, a guide rope should be used on the eaves. This will align the tiles correctly and prevent any protrusion more than 5 centimeters from the eaves. The first row of tiles should be applied by leaning to the guide rope. Before placing the tiles, the direction of the prevailing wind has to be determined. Tiles must be placed in the opposite direction in order to protect the overlaps from wind uplift. It's also important to stagger the tiles in each preceding row throughout the application. Onduvilla tiles can easily be cut to follow the shape of the roof. A traditional handsaw, box cutters and electric cutters can be used for the process. It's recommended to mark the areas to be cut to make the process easier. Onduvilla tiles must be affixed by monoblock galvanized Onduvilla nails. Nails must be placed on top of each corrugation of the vertical overlaps, aligned with the middle of the 2 overlapping guidelines. The overlapping guidelines also assist in placing the upper tile on the lower tile with an overlap of exactly 8 centimeters. For chimney flashings, extra battens have to be placed on both sides of the chimney to form a valley. The ends should enter the corrugations of the lower tiles. After the battens have been mounted, the sides of the chimney and the valleys can be waterproofed with the self-adhesive strip Reparo. Reparo should cover the chimney up to a height of 15 centimeters and should be surrounded on the top with an aluminium Z profile. The top of the profile should be filled with a UV-resistant silicone. Bituline or metallic sheets can also be used for the chimney flashing. After waterproofing the chimney, we can proceed with the application of the remaining tiles. Access to the roof can be supplied with the use of an Onduline roof window. The application will require the use of an Onduvilla adapter. Onduline ventilation elements can be applied in the same manner. At gable ends, tiles must be protected against wind uplift. In the case where there is a gable end wall, the tiles can be folded against it. They have to be affixed to the wall together with an aluminium Z profile, which should be waterproofed again with a line of UV-resistant silicone. Enduit tiles should be affixed to the battens parallel to the valley on each corrugation. They must be finished extending over the valley, leaving enough room to cut them properly to form a protrusion. The protrusion should be marked with the screed rail and cut properly, not exceeding 5 centimeters. At the hips, enduit tiles should be affixed as close as possible, so that there is no gap between the tiles on both sides. In regions where snow is to be expected, the hip should be waterproofed with reparo before covering it with enduit ridge caps. The horizontal ridge should be covered in the same manner, but if an underlayer against snow is required, Onduline's breathable, self-adhesive waterproofing strip Ondulaire should be used. This will provide a well-ventilated roof. Being an easy, applicable, flexible and lightweight roof tiling system, Enduit provides